second here. Windus on the great ball. It's a big
Go on, Liam!
Liam Palmer!
Yeah!
On his
Liam Palmer! Absolutely delighted for Liam Palmer. 350th appearance for Sheffield Wednesday. That is well deserved.
It's clear by Human not long. It's Barry Bannan to Johnson. Lifted in by Johnson. Headed across the base and goal in! It's Liam Palmer!
Bannan with a great ball in. Here's an opportunity. Palmer scores! Liam Palmer has scored for Sheffield Wednesday from a really difficult angle. It's so good that it's Liam Palmer as well. Man has just been through everything with Sheffield Wednesday over the years.
Yeah, it's obviously the first time I've had everything out. Quite weird just packing it all into a little suitcase, 13 years of memories. Lots of different people come to mind and games and different memories still coming as I'm just looking around now. So it's good actually to display them. They've been, just in my house, but I try and keep one shirt from every season. I'm glad I have now because it looks quite good. So
how good are you at the archiving and keeping track of everything that you've got?
I've always kept boots. Shirts have not been great. I had to search for a few. Kids had put a few up in their bedroom. There's a few that are in frames, a few that I've took out of frames like this one, debut shirt. So got a bit of glue on there, but most of them are in good condition. So yeah, this was obviously the first one with the debut and stuff. So that was 2010.
What do you remember about that day?
Not much, to be honest. I think we found out on the day of the game that I was playing. It was a cup game as well, so yeah, first start. I think only the south stand was open, so yeah, managed to win 1-0, which is always a nice memory. But apart from the result, I can't remember too much of the game.
Does seeing the kits not spark anything? Does it not help a little bit with that memory?
Yeah, a little bit. I think I remember doing all right. I think I played in there with Giles, so he helped me out a bit. He was good for me back then. Lived locally as well, so we travelled in together. And then yeah, I remember a few odd games in this black one. I always like the black kits. This is one of my favourite ones. Obviously a bit more retro, the Children's Hospital sponsor and stuff. So I enjoyed playing in that one. The yellow one looks massive. I don't think I got a say in what size I got back then. They just give you whatever you. Well, the oversized fits come back round now, isn't it? But
how did the number come around?
Just got given it. Didn't have a say. Yeah, I've had quite a few different numbers, to be fair. But yeah, 29 always put it on the old lottery numbers, and it's not helped me just yet. But yeah, obviously moving on to first goal this one. So yeah, always be a special shirt. I think we got promoted that year as well, if I believe. Mm-hmm. So I managed to get that one signed. Don't know if you recognise any signatures on there. So yeah, special season. I think I played around 14 games, so enough to get a medal and stuff. Change of number, which 12's not great, to be fair. It's like you almost made the starting 11, but obviously as a young lad, you're just happy to get down the numbers, really.
Yeah. How special was it to experience promotion like that so early on? Obviously only second season, really. Yeah,
massive, really. I think looking back to modern day and the experience of knowing what it takes to get it done. We had loads of experienced players then. Looking at that shirt, like Rob Jones and Gary Medines and stuff, and Mark Beavers, players that they just knew how to win games, and that kind of helped right the way through my career. Weren't always smooth sailing that season. Obviously, we had a change of manager and stuff as well, which ultimately led on to me going on loan. So
just want to talk about that first goal before we move on. Obviously, we can't without talking about that. I mean, how clear is that in your memory? Obviously, a huge moment for you.
Yeah, I remember that game really well actually. I remember thinking I'm not going to be in the squad, to be honest. I'd gone out the night before in workshop. I don't drink, so I weren't kind of hungover or anything, but I just remember thinking, oh, I'll not make the squad. I think we got a late injury and I ended up coming on at half time. I think it was 1-0 up, or it might have been 0-0 at the time. And I come on right midfield, ball come out wide, put on a cross, Gary Medine headed it in. So yeah, goal and an assist, so that was the assist. And then late on we had a break through the middle. I think I played a 1-2 with Gaz and just ran from the halfway line. Long time to think about it, kind of just slotted it under the keeper and just did about 4 or 5 different celebrations. Luckily my mum and dad were there, so pointed up to them, I pointed to my shirt, you know, the name on the back of my shirt, patting the badge, I just didn't know what to do.
Those celebrations after that promotion as well were incredible, weren't they? I remember all the photos in this dressing room here, they looked really special.
Yeah, really good times. Then we all went away to celebrate as well, which was good, you know. Them times don't come round too often, so just a really good start, obviously following on from the debut, and then to be really involved in that kind of game against MK Dons, who were at that time a bit of a promotion rival. Kind of announced myself within the squad and you know, became one of the lads pretty quickly then.
Yeah. Moving on to...
Yeah, so went on loan to Tranmere and then come back, so I've gone up a number, I've gone up 10 digits to 22. And yeah, with this sparked kind of a change in position really. I think Lewis Buxton had struggled with injury and I ended up playing right back that season. So I was in between positions, obviously started as a centre midfielder and I'd kind of half a season as right back. So
did it feel quite comfortable straight away, that change? Or?
I was just happy to be playing, to be fair, and coming up against like really like experienced wingers and doing all right. So yeah, I managed to have a prolonged stay in the team before moving back into midfield. And growing up, I always loved Steven Gerrard, so that was the first time I got to pick a number. So I'd always wanted number 8, but then obviously just moving around back onto this one, I settled as a right back really. Even wearing number 8, I was playing right back, so it didn't feel right having that number. So yeah, I moved on to number 2 this season, which was obviously the Carlos era, which was a special season.
Could you feel at the start of that season that something had changed, that was going to be a season we could have a go?
Yeah, it one of them seasons where I think just looking back at this shirt, we had a lot of experienced players. Obviously the chairman had come in, spent a lot of money, and we had a really good squad. I think the expectation all of a sudden went up, and I kind of found myself probably not playing as much as I would have liked. And yeah, obviously we got to Wembley and didn't quite manage to get promoted, but there was a real buzz and a real turnaround in the expectation from the fans, and the club was kind of on that up as well. So
there were some special times at Hillsborough that season, weren't they? Obviously the Brighton games, and obviously the crowd at Wembley itself was just incredible. Those kits must remind you of...
I think we had the Arsenal game in that one as well. So even though I didn't play kind of at Wembley and stuff, I didn't manage to make the squad that year, which was disappointing. But yeah, the shirts were kind of one of my favourite ones, that one really. Very classic fit. First time we've got the old Sheffield Wednesday on, aren't we, on there? So yeah, quite like this one as well. I'm a fan of black kits. The black and blue's nice. So yeah, I think Sondico produced a few alright kits, to be fair. And then we've gone from all the Football League numbers into the EFL numbers, which I prefer, to be honest. They're a bit more modern. And then
what was this time like, obviously, between these two kits, obviously going from that season to that season? That summer must have been buzzing. It must have felt like we can go again.
Yeah, this shirt, I think, if I'm rightly so, was probably one of the biggest selling shirts, I think, of the modern era anyway. Again, very different, but I think this one was well received with the new badge and obviously the pinstripes and stuff. Nice collar, smart shirt, enjoyed wearing that one. I think this is one of the rarer third kits, really, to be honest. Which is, I can't remember who we wore this against. but no, that were a nice.
Forest away when Fernando scored.
Was it?
That'll have been that one.
Is that when he
went
jumped into the
crowd?
crowd? Yeah. So yeah, good memories in that one. Didn't mind the black and orange as well, to be fair. Those nice kits.
Do any particular games from that sort of period stand out for you in any of those kits?
I remember the Newcastle one when Fletcher kind of running around like a bird. We had some good games. I think just looking around, so many memories just floating about. And again, moving on to probably this one again, another third kit, which is the anniversary kit. Following on from these, similar style, but just something about white kits and the fact that we've probably not worn them as much that I like about it.
If you remember, that one was designed by a fan as well, so it had that
really,
nice personal touch.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Designed by a supporter,
Yeah, and I think it goes well with the old anniversary and the gold writing and letters and stuff. So, yeah.
Was it a nice time for you to be around during an anniversary like that? Obviously, as a fan yourself, to be around for a big moment like that.
Yeah, I remember the big celebration. We had a big cake, didn't we? It's got the 150 there on the top of the badge there as well. I remember I was in the park around that time, and there was a big buzz when it came out, and we had the fireworks display and stuff. So, yeah, really good time. I think this was the first one, is it, without stripes, which I quite like, to be honest. And then these ones, trying to think what season what are we up to now? 2018? 17-18. Gone back to
that might be 1920.
Gone back to the old classic on the front.
18-19.
That's 18-19.
18-19, that one.
What was it like around this time? There was quite a lot of movement in the squad at that time as well. There was some players who sort of stayed for a few seasons. Some were going. Obviously, it's what was it like in the dressing room around these times as well, particularly with
there was a lot of turnaround, like you say, from kind of this era where you had your Fernandos. I think when I look at that one, it reminds me of Fernando, and kind of coming. This one reminds me of Ricci, to be fair. He scored a few worldies in that shirt, if I remember. And then this one, I just see Borna in that one.
His character was unusual.
Yeah. So, we had a big turnaround in players, which again, it's something that I'm probably used to, being here for this long. And then
a bit more difficult maybe these times. Maybe obviously you've kept them shirts. They obviously mean something to you, but obviously a bit more difficult times maybe.
Yeah, obviously that was a difficult season. And the camouflage, I'm not really a fan of that one, to be fair. I couldn't really see each other. When it first came out, I really liked it, but then as we started playing in it, don't know what game's that from. That is it a cup game, that one?
FA Cup.
Yeah, FA Cup one.
How much does that sort of come into your mind? You know, when you see a new kit for the first time, whether you're going to be able to see each other on a pitch, is it going to be people going to be camouflaged? How much does it play into your mind?
It were a little bit difficult, to be fair. I prefer the white kits or the brighter kits, to be honest. I think it's just that peripheral vision. I think we come up against even teams that are wearing blue and white and stuff, and it's kind of, when you're glancing, if you see a bright yellow, it's a lot easier to find your teammate and stuff. But no, I think moving on to this one, I think the pink was a bit of a shock at the time, but I think well received by everyone. I really liked playing in this one. I think this is one that we had as a third kit this year, but we also had it as the away kit.
I guess you can't miss each other in that as well.
No, can't miss each other in that. I think the detail on the badge is great on this one, actually. So is this the first Macron one?
The first Macron one, yeah.
Yeah, so, I really enjoyed that kit.
A positive season as well, obviously going, trying to bounce back from the season before and getting up there as well.
Yeah, I think we got to playoffs in this one. Obviously didn't quite get over the line. But no, it was a positive season. Lots of wins in that one. Enjoyed it. I enjoyed that one. Not sure if I scored in that one or I saved my scoring for this next one. I think as I've gone this side, I can just see more goals. So we've gone from one to we're all right now. Yeah,
when you scored that first one, did you think you were going to be waiting maybe 7 or 8 shirts down the line before it started?
Probably not. No, it was something like a running joke as the seasons went. I've had a bet on you for first goal scorer, blah blah blah. You've gone up to 200 to 1, but I think just looking at the kind of level, obviously we've gone Championship, our playing bit parts in some of the seasons, but I think as we come around this side now, obviously played a big part in, especially from here. Obviously this one we could.
Would you say this is where you're sort of feeling more confident in front of goal as well? You're sort of feeling that you could contribute more goals wise?
Yeah, probably a bit more freedom within what I was asked to do as well, and just as you kind of get older, you kind of take the onus upon yourself to stop passing to people and try and shoot a bit more. Obviously coming round to this one, I think this is a shirt that I'll hopefully always be remembered for.
We can't not talk about that.
Grabbing the old badge and 2 foot in the corner flag. So, no, that was obviously the Peterborough 90+8 shirt. Always going to be a special shirt in my mind, and everything that followed Wembley and stuff, and everything that come after it.
How often do you think about that goal?
Yeah, obviously we just had the anniversary last month, was it? So yeah, it's always nice to see all the videos. Saw some different videos that I'd not seen as well. So yeah, good. Still not properly sunk in, I don't think. You know, watching it back and speaking about it and stuff to other people, and still get people now saying thanks for the best night of my life and stuff, for the best night of my life. So yeah, just amazing scenes. It just brings back so many memories. Such a relief to obviously get back to 4-4 and yeah, go on to win it and go on to get promoted. It would have been a shame to you know, when they scored from that wide free kick, I was thinking all that for that, do you know what I mean? But obviously Pato to the rescue and took it to penalties, and Hunty did the business. So yeah, really nice that we got to wear it at Wembley as well, that shirt. So
nice away kit as well.
Yeah, nice away kit. Obviously we've had quite a few yellow shirts, which I like this colour yellow and the light blue. I think it works well together. And yeah, obviously the points total that we amassed during that season, won quite a few games in it, probably because we could see each other quite well. But no, I really like them shirts, and I think it does go hand in hand with obviously a positive season, and personally as well that they had a good season. So yeah, them two up there as my favourite.
Yeah. Does it help you like the shirt itself, even aesthetically, when you had a good season in it? Does it sort of?
I think so, but I also think they are nice shirts as well. They're just a lot more modern. They're a lot more lightweight to wear as well. Some of the older shirts you'd be sweating like no kind of.
Yeah, how much of a change have you noticed in that, in how you actually wear them and how they fit?
These first ones are a lot thicker, and they don't like let you breathe really. Do you know what I mean? But as you kind of get, probably starting around these ones, a little bit more lightweight, and you can see the kind of technology that's come into play on these ones, the macro ones with the breathable back and stuff. It does help because just keeps that, you know, sweat from building up. And quickly around to the modern day last season, which again probably a miracle shirt in itself. Not really a fan of the red numbers, to be fair, but
how have you sort of reflected on last season now you've had that bit of a break, and how have you sort of reflected on it?
Yeah, a roller coaster, definitely. It felt, probably looking back, and now I've had a summer to kind of think about it, bit of a 3 seasons in one, it felt like. Obviously got off to a terrible start, but then as you think back towards the end and how we finished, it was, you know, finished on a upward curve and we come above the line just at the right time. Yeah, a few goals in this one as well, so always nice. The Stoke one, and obviously the Sunderland one last game of the season, and the one in the cup as well. So,
and you can enjoy those celebrations for different reasons. Quite obviously, you've got promotion one, you know, just a couple of seasons before it, and then you've got that one. You can still enjoy those celebrations. That last day at Sunderland was brilliant, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was amazing. I think just to sit and celebrate with the fans was great. Great pictures after. And just people kind of celebrating staying up, but it was more like where we'd kind of, how we turned it around and stuff. And I think it'll be remembered as a really good season in terms of staying up. Obviously doing all that and scoring it against Peterborough and Wembley, to then go back down would have been, you know, a real shame. So to stay up and do it in the manner that we did the last 6 games was just amazing. So. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that away shirt as well, to be honest.
And then moving on to this season's new home kit.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's can feel like a bit of a fresh start. Is that fair to say this season?
Yeah, first time seeing it in the flesh. Obviously seen it online the other day. I really like the video of the staff, getting them involved. I think it was brilliant. Obviously John narrating. I just texted him saying he'll be giving David Attenborough a run for his money. And he was like, I don't know why they've got me to do it, but I said, you're a big part of, obviously all the lads love him and all the staff, to be fair, do you know what I mean, that are never in front of the camera, so it was really nice to for them to do that. The shirt itself, it's nice, it's darker in person, this bit, and I think the one that you used online looked like a tent, so to see a smaller size, it's quite nice.
Is it nice coming back into pre-season when you've got the fresh kit? It's sort of that cut-off point, isn't it, from last season to the new one? It can feel like that sort of fresh start, I guess. Yeah,
it's nice having it. I think, to wear it right away, people want that new kit straight away and new training gear and stuff, so it's nice. I like all the Macron shirts, to be fair. It's nice and bright, feels good, so...
How are you feeling coming back into pre-season?
Look forward to wearing it. Yeah, looking forward to it. Obviously, it's going to be a lot of hard work. It's going to be the manager's first pre-season, so I'm sure he's got a lot to get through tactically, but also physically to get us ready. So, yeah, feel good. Had a good break, recharged. Spent a lot of time with the family, and yeah, looking forward to it. Design-wise, the favourites, it's obviously the moments that I would like to pick out. These two. Definitely. Obviously debut, really special. First ever time putting the shirt on, you can't ever get that feeling back, so definitely that one. First goal as well, and promotion to go with it, that's always a special shirt. I'm not sure why I had long sleeve, to be honest, but yeah, they're probably up there in the top three, in no particular order. And then coming back over here, really, probably to the Peterborough one, and just purely for obviously scoring the equalising goal and the comeback and stuff, and that's probably the top, really. So in terms of design, if I had to pick a top three, probably slightly different. I mean, this one, we've not really spoke about this white one. I think we wore it against Millwall. I think I remember Atty scoring, jumping on his back, Giles Coke. Bit of a rare one, really, if you like. Not many people will have that, so quite like that one. I like the design of this one. I think it's clean with a pinstripe, dead smart. So that's quite up there, really. And this one, I like the design, big bold stripes. That one's gone for a tumble. So yeah, I think that's just a classic clean kit. With good memories as well. Also, not so good, obviously, Wembley, but I like the design of that one. Yeah.
And obviously you've shared a dressing room with so many players over these seasons.
Yeah.
Are there any shirts that sort of stand out and you think, I think of that player in that shirt who I shared that dressing room with?
Yeah, definitely. I think this one, for some reason, reminds me of Tommy Miller. I remember we were playing an away game against Oldham. I think he might have scored, actually. This one, Rob Jones, James O'Connor, did he wear this one?
Yeah, he will have, yeah.
That one?
Yeah.
They spring to mind, yeah. Stevie May in this one, Chris Maguire, probably the home one. Definitely Fernando Fletch in this one. Tell you, this one reminds me of Marco Matthias. Did he wear that? Did he wear that in that?
The Leeds game.
I'm not sure who assisted him for that goal, but that's no, he did all the work for that one. And then yeah, with this like Boydie.
Yeah, George Boyd. Yeah.
George Boyd, that kind of era. So yeah, this one just reminds me of Ricci, to be fair.
He scored some screamers in that one.
Yeah, he did. He scored some good goals. And again, probably Stephen Fletcher. Stephen Fletcher in this one, coupled with Julian Borner. And Yeah, these ones. This one reminds me of Jordan's Story because I can't get him out of my head for some reason. This one reminds me of Jordan's Story, and then obviously modern day. Yeah, so quite a few players that just spring to mind.
You've got a big boot collection as well as the kits. Are there any here in particular that stand out? And
yeah,
this is only a small portion of your collection as well.
Yeah, this is probably a quarter of my collection. So these are the debut kind of season. I remember not wearing these since, to be fair, because if you can see, they kind of bust apart quite easily. So that Hillsborough pitch must have been looking well at that time. It's a lot better now. So yeah, they'll always be.
How did you go about choosing those? Because obviously, like your boots, it must have been a bit of a pressure decision to decide.
Well, do you know what it was at that time? I had quite a few agents trying to butter me up to sign with them. So I remember a particular agent come round to my house, asked me what boot size I was, and the week after these arrived. So I didn't end up signing with him, but I took the boots anyway. So yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, ended up wearing them, made my debut and stuff. So I remember these as well because obviously the blades are banned now. They're quite trodden down, but obviously when you first get them, they're quite long. But yeah, I've always wore Predators, Adidas. Mostly ones that I've bought, but also ones that I've got through my agent and stuff. And these are quite interesting. It's when Adidas started doing customisable boots online. So you could have your name on the side, pick the colours. Obviously I've got the number as well there. Tried to match them up. Well, as soon as the kits come out, I'd be online trying to design them and stuff. So yeah, they need to bring that back, my Adidas. I used to love designing my own colour boots. So that was quite cool.
Would you have scored your goal in those?
I don't think I did. I've not brought the ones I scored my goal in because they're in a box somewhere in my house. So no, I've not brought them. These are like a classic. Again, got my name on. Probably before, should be somewhere down here really because they've got the blades and stuff. But I do like the classic black, white and red detail on them. The pink ones, I did wear them quite a bit in that season actually. Stuart Gray was the manager, he didn't mind wearing different colour boots. But yeah, they were quite out there, to be fair. The old pink ones. You used to be able to get a little chip that you put in the bottom and it recorded like how far you'd ran and stuff and how many times you touched the ball. So
how often would you change boots during the season?
Yeah, definitely not as much in this kind of. I'd wear them for nearly a full season, but as we get kind of further round, I'd probably wear it 5 or 6 times and then swap them. These ones are quite interesting. Got a funny story about these. These should be that. These are a lot older as well. So this were kind of come out of like wearing black boots in the academy, and Gary Megson, my manager. And I just remember buying these. I thought, right, I'm going to get some like first teamer now. I'm going to get some bright boots. So I went into John in the boot room and I said, "Where's my yellow boots?" He's like, "I don't know," but I could tell he knew something was going off. So anyway, training were about to start, so I just chucked them on or whatever. Ran up to the pitch, and as I got closer, I could see Gary Megson. He had him on his feet, and he's doing all this like stretching malarkey. And then he's like, "Whose are these boots?" I don't swear what he said, but "Whose are these boots?" So I stood there like that, thinking, "Oh my God, everyone's laughing." Yeah, "I don't want to ever see you in these again, son." And he just launched them, like threw them, and I just, yeah. So that summed him up. He was very, very old school, but he was funny with it. You know what I mean? He just trying to keep me grounded, I think.
Yeah, as a young player, I guess you need that at some points as well.
Yeah, probably not my best move in bright yellow boots at that time, but you know, you live and you learn, so to speak. Yeah, these ones. I think I scored against Preston in these. These are stud converted. So at some stage, Adidas only brought out moulds, so like it was difficult to obviously get the studs. So if you take this out, I think you'll be able to. I used to send them to a guy. He'd literally just drill some holes and put the studs in, which I don't wear now because they've started bringing the studs back out, but they are more like rugby style studs. I got a good assist in these actually for Pato as well, in that home game against
Cardiff,
yeah. Well done, Mark. Brought these, I've only wore these once, they gave me a massive blister, but I liked the collab that they did. Forgot his name now, but yeah, they're quite cool. I'm not a fan of the high back. There's his Ruben, I think his name was. The detail's nice, but practically with they're like Chelsea boots, aren't they? Similar to these, they're not really. I think these are the Pharrell ones that they brought out, the Human Race. Just can't get your feet in, and when you've got your feet in, you can't get your feet out. So they're more like collector's items than I only had them on to try them on. I like the real leather, like they've gone a bit hard now, but a lot of these kind of, where are we? Most of them are leather because that's what I like, but a lot of these style, these are rascals. I think I wore them once. Just dead plasticky, flimsy. Yeah.
How much goes into the thinking practicality versus aesthetics? How much does that weigh?
Generally, I've always been all right in just putting a new pair of Preds on and just playing. So there's been one or two, I think like these, just going back down this way, these white ones, they're so heavy. And like, they looked really good when they came out of the box, but they are like weighty compared to the modern day one. But I quite like them, the white boots, but if you let Ash get hold of them, they'll be brown within 2 weeks, so we'll quickly move around onto the these ones. Obviously wore these against Peterborough at Wembley, so I don't know why I went back to these actually. I just fancied wearing them.
Again, for a big occasion like that, there's a bit more thought going into it.
I don't know why, because normally I like the tongue, but obviously these haven't got a tongue. I think I'd trained well in them that week, and I just decided to, So they're a special boot. And then modern day, so I've just brought a selection of ones that I've bought for my personal collection. So these are the Stormzy times Adidas Predators, Murky FC Predators, which I'm contemplating wearing these pre-season. I'm not sure yet. Stormzy didn't send me these, just as a disclaimer. I thought Jeff Hendrick might have hooked me up because he plays paddle with him sometimes. He's from there, so. But no, managed to get a pair on Adidas. I managed to get a contact at Pro Direct Soccer, so they sorted me them ones out.
Do you go out of your way to sort of keep in touch with what's coming out? And what's
so there's quite a few of us boot heads in the dressing room. Like these ones, I got a message from Pro Direct. I think these are the Trent Alexander-Arnold ones that came out last year. They're just too nice to wear, but the white and red, I'm not really gonna wear them. They're just I might get Trent to try and sign them, personal collection. But I do like the kind of modern remake of the Predators. I think it's 30-year anniversary, so they've brought loads out this year. These are like the Jude Bellingham. He's the kind of poster boy for them, which I have worn quite a bit, but these are reselling at quite a lot of money. So I probably should have kept the box. I've got the box actually, but I probably should have kept them in the box. So they're quite a nice boot. I just had to wear them. I think Baz has got a pair of them as well. He's into all his boots. And then these are the ones that I finished the season in, which are again a remake of an old. I'm not sure if I've got them here, but I've got them at home. You can see the old colourways are starting to come back out. The Rotarios, I think they're called. So I wore them. Might have wore them against Sunderland. I'm not sure.
Last day, yeah.
So notched in them.
Have you made a choice already on what you're going to start the season with?
Yeah, so these I had on. I did a bit of training yesterday at Works Uptown. So I had these on, which you can see the AstroTurfs already. So I'm going to start pre-season in these. I've been looking forward to a blue pair coming out because it's not since them that they brought this colour out. So I like this colour. They're the Euros ones, so a lot of players are wearing them currently in the Euros. So yeah, I'm just bedding them in. I used to like to sit in the bath with my boots on. Sounds a bit strange, you got all the boot steamers and that now, but back in the day, I used to just love getting in the bath with my boots on and a red hot bath, and they mould to your feet, and I never had any trouble. So yeah, I might do that.
How many pairs would you say you've got overall?
With these ones, so I had a little count up. Probably got 160 pairs. So this is a very small selection. Some of my favourites, and yeah, probably should display them, but just even the shirts, I need to get my own archive museum, I think. But no, it's good to get everything out and just have a talk through them and a look through everything.
And obviously this is building towards your testimonial as well.
Yeah.
Obviously just a huge moment for yourself and something that's been talked about for the last couple of years or so.
It's been a long time coming. I think been working with, firstly Darren Moore, and then trying to get the managers to help get fixtures and talk to different people, or my agent to talk to people, but it's been difficult. There's a lot to it. We've got a committee, and the club's been working kind of really hard to get something penciled in, which we've managed to do now. So we've got Leganes, is that how you pronounce it? Leganes, Spanish opposition. So thankful for them really to coming over and yeah, agreeing to take part in the fixture. I was keen to have a competitive pre-season fixture, so the manager's going to be happy with that. It'll just be a normal game on August the 3rd, date for the diaries. So yeah, just looking forward to hopefully lots of people turning up and supporting obviously the team, but obviously me and yeah, and all the history that's behind me.
It's such a rare thing these days as well, isn't it, to get that testimonial? I mean, just so few players will be achieving 10 years at any club nowadays.
Yeah, it is a rare thing, so I'm grateful for the owner, and was obviously he's a big family man as well, and I think he appreciates that I'm a family man and that I'm loyal, and that I've been able to spend such a big part of my career at this amazing club, and it's something that I'll always be thankful for. So to have that game as well as part of these memories and the games that correlate with these shirts, it'll be a good moment. Friends and family can't always make the games as well, so hopefully we can put on a bit of food for them and everyone can come. I've got a big family, so yeah, hopefully it can be a day for everyone to enjoy. Fans, families, kids that might not, get to come to many games. Try and do something, a bit of a fan zone and stuff, and sell a bit of merch and things, and hopefully donate, the shirt to charity. So, yeah, trying to do a lot with it. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to it all coming together now, and looking forward to the day.
And strong opposition as well. They've just gone up as well to the Liga, so it's a good game as well to watch.
Yeah, just promoted to the Liga, and that's something that we wanted a competitive game, and yeah, it'll be the last game before the start of the season, and the first one at Hillsborough in pre-season, I think. So yeah, it'll be a really big game. Like I say, strong opposition. We'll hopefully have a few more bodies through the door then, who we can showcase to the fans. So yeah, it'll be really good. I'm looking forward to it.
And obviously being in a room here with all your shirts, I guess when you're looking at those first two, you never think that a testimonial was going to happen at one point.
Never, no, never. Like you say, it's something so rare and so unique. Yeah, I'm delighted to have been afforded one really, and yeah, just goes so quick. I think when you're a young kid and you're making your debut, you're scoring your first goal, and all these things are happening, everyone says, oh, it goes quick, but you don't believe it until you kind of stand here now, and I'm packing all these shirts up into a suitcase that it's 13, 14 years of your life that just goes by in a flash, and it's something you can't take lightly. I've got great memories at this club, I always will. So yeah, to have the testimonial will be fantastic.
And just looking at the shirts like this, obviously charts your time at Wednesday, but I guess it charts your family life as well, and growing up and becoming a man. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, just looking back here at some of the shirts, just a kid kind of just following his passion, following my dream, and to do it for this long, it's been a real privilege. I think still enjoying it as much kind of here as I did when I first go into the first team, and I think that's why it goes so quick, because you just love every minute, even the times where we've had
ups and downs and things, but it just kind of makes these times, you know, the promotions and the important goals and things even that more special.